because I know this guy. This is a person that was kind of like an idol of yours, Andrew Tate. And
he died?
No, he's not dead. He's not dead. I mean, he might as well be dead. He was kicked off TikTok, so that's basically a death sentence.
What
for
color
him.
is your Bugatti?
But yeah, obviously, we're all big fans. We're a big Andrew Tate podcast here.
Yeah. I mean, we're all high value males here, so
We are high value males. I would agree with that. I think we're high value males, right?
Even though you're on Eunuch News or whatever it is.
you don't have balls.
Yeah. I actually am on Eunuch News.
You don't have balls.
Well, not anymore. Not since the accident.
Maybe Andrew Tate doesn't have balls.
He's a eunuch. Okay.
That would make sense. Like, I mean, yeah, the universe is kind of telling us here, isn't it? So yeah, as you guys know, was it last weekend that he got kicked off, or was it? It was like very recent.
I think
last weekend.
I feel like it was during this week. No, maybe it was like a week ago, and I just didn't hear about it.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay.
That's right. Yeah, he got banned off of TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter, I think.
Wow.
Which we discussed last
All at
week.
once?
Yeah, so like that was the thing that I called out last week is that, the next step in all of this is that it's a free speech debate. It's going to take it, and everyone's going to run with that. The big tech is not letting Andrew Tate call women bitches on the internet anymore. It's free speech. They're not letting him do it, which I get it. And the weird thing is that like all the big tech companies like conspired. It's like they sat at a round table and they're like, this guy, we got to get rid of this guy, right? So that's kind of weird. Like, I'll admit. But as I said last week, there is not a person on this earth that could have looked me in the eye and said, oh, I didn't see this coming, and like been serious. There's no way, right? Everyone saw this coming. This was, I mean, it was news, but it was like, okay, it happened finally. It was more of a matter of a when, more than an if. But
How many great men have been banned from social media now?
that's a very good question. And that's the other thing that's weird about this with the Hustlers University, the great academic institution, which it's always this tragedy when like an academic institution, right, goes under. A learning
a nonprofit,
space.
Very charitable.
Yeah, the Andrew Tate Foundation, right? The thing that's interesting about all that is that like the people that subscribe to that, their job is to post as many Andrew Tate clips as possible and just spam it all over social media. So like my thought was like, okay, are they going to attack all those people as well? Are those people just not incentivized to do so since they're not in that academic field or whatever? Or like, how does that work?
Yeah, is it the Alex Jones treatment where like people can't even use clips of Andrew Tate anymore, or is it just his account, like the Donald Trump treatment, like just his account's banned but people can still post content?
Right. So far it appears to be the Donald Trump treatment because I still see Andrew Tate clips not quite as much.
Because you're radicalized on TikTok?
It's just because it's funny, right? The clips come up and I'm like, I send them to you and like, you have a reaction and it's just like, ruffling feathers and like, it's just fun. It's just good old fashioned fun.
It's just good old wholesome fun.
No, no one gets hurt, right? Definitely not. There's not like a spike in like domestic violence. No way. It's not happening. But I don't see them quite as much.
Yeah, because this violence is international.
Yeah. But I've seen them at a lower tick. There's definitely less. And what I've really seen this week is Top G's like in memoriam, like his final message out to the world. And so I found this article, right? It says, Andrew Tate Foundation established as the influencer posts his final message saying he's been unfairly treated around socials ban. So hey, Vimeo's hosting this video. That's pretty cool. Let's take a look at this. You guys have the link, right? Yeah. Oh,
Should
Jesus.
I be looking at the link?
The video's in the link of the news article, but I just saw this is an hour and 13 minutes.
But where is this link? I don't know. Yeah. Oh, I see. It's main chat. Okay.
It's in main chat. Yeah. Come on, man. Here it
Damn,
is.
Tate's
So,
got a pair of tits on him.
yeah, he
I was
does.
thinking for a long time how to start this video because it needs to be
Oh,
concise.
So I gotta stop this.
His body.
Whoa, hey, yeah. Whoa. Giving him a little taste of his own medicine there. I
First
like it.
10 seconds he says this video needs to be concise, and it's 13 goddamn minutes long.
I gotta start.
Oh
by
wait,
just,
is it an hour and 13 minutes long?
It is an hour. An hour and 13
Holy
minutes long.
fuck.
So I gotta
It's
start.
clearly concise, don't you think?
Yeah, well, he has a lot of thoughts, man. He's got
There's
a
some
lot.
good production in this video, though. He's got a multicam setup, professional lighting.
Yeah, so that was my first reaction. I'm 10 seconds into this. It's got the dramatic, like, suspense music. It's like, it's very, like, foundation-y, I guess. Like, this sounds like something that a foundation would produce. And he's like, I had to think
What is the
about this for a
foundation?
long time. The Andrew Tate Foundation. Never heard of it?
Oh, of
Huh?
course. I mean, yeah, of course, I'm a follower.
Gee.
Come on, one of the top foundation. I don't know what the fuck they do.
One of the toppest G's.
But I also want to be very,
Foundations.
very
They should have called it the Top G Foundation. That would have been incredible. Like he's wearing all black, like he's at a funeral. He's at his own funeral.
Yeah, he's wearing black.
and from many years ago. I'm
Now
going to give a very, very quick overview of my story.
he's gonna give a very, very quick
life has
overview of
always
his
been
story. This is
I certainly had a difficult
oh my
life.
gosh.
I preach to the people who follow me that as a man, trauma and difficulty is
Let's see.
extremely important.
So I definitely can't listen to all this.
What's allowed me to ignore so much of this hate storm that's been purported. My social media presence is something that, if it remains, will be curated in a way that it's nearly impossible to be seen as a negative for the world.
Oh shit.
I'm a force for positivity and I'm a force for truth. This is the truth of my nature and the truth of my name.
So he goes, I'm a force for positivity and truth. I'm gonna push back on the positivity part a little bit because
Sorry, Andrew. Just gotta push back a little bit. Gotta stop you there.
we're gonna have to check the tape on that one potentially. Not saying that he's wrong. I'm just saying like there's been some videos out there, said some stuff. It doesn't quite compute, so I'm gonna have to do some my due diligence on that statement. Now he did say that he's also a force for truth, which his truth, which he doesn't fucking hold anything back, and you gotta respect that, right? Yeah, something like that. But I was hoping I could find the top comments because I've seen like the same clip kind of circulate, and he's like, I've been subject to this hate storm. These people are so unhappy that they go after me. Like playing the victim card, like he's a victim.
Yeah.
Like he definitely.
Like the minute in, he was talking about how he's been bullied and stuff.
Yeah, like, he acts like, he didn't bring on any of this, right? Which it's let's see, he had a good quote here. Now that I'll be more careful and selective with the social media I'm producing, if any at all, I'm going to start a foundation, the Tate Foundation. This will be dedicated towards charitable acts on both genders. I love that. I just love how vague that is. Just charitable acts. Doesn't say, oh, we're going to donate to this battered women's shelter, or this homeless men's shelter.
Well, what
It's
he's
just-
gonna do with the battered women's shelter is help put more women in there.
Ooh, fill it up. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
trying to make
maybe-
sure the people in the shelter have work.
I see. So he's producing jobs, right?
Yeah,
Well, that's a good thing, right? Jobs are good. Job growth. This is tough. This is tough to do. Oh man, this is just great. I've loved this entire saga. It's been so entertaining. Let's see what other quotes he's got here. I have been private about certain elements of my life, as has my brother. My brother has a daughter. She's beautiful. She's my niece, and I don't want her to grow up in a world where women are hated, or men are oppressive, or hurting women. I want to find a strong man who can protect her, yada yada. Curious, so he didn't call her a bitch in that statement, though. That's interesting. The last thing I'd want for women is to be marginalized in the future. I'd be unhappy with that. The Tate Foundation will be dedicated towards helping men's mental health and also protect women from violence against men. In the upcoming month and years, you'll see I'm not someone who is just doing this for likes or views, but that I'm helping people. There's more on corroborate.com and my mailing list. What is corroborate?
It's Cobra Tate, you ding dong.
Oh, fuck. Hey, listen. All right, brain damage. Hello.
Was that just your excuse for everything now?
Yeah, it 100% is. 100%. Wow, so he does have a website. Okay, CobraTate.com. I forgot they call him Cobra Tate. Okay. When I read it at first,
Name.
it was his kick. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that Andrew Tate's? Like, is that a different person or is it Andrew Tate?
That is
No, it's
Andrew Tate. Well, this is okay. The War Room. Oh, I thought the War Room was Tate University or whatever, Hustlers University.
Hustlers?
I guess. Yeah. Yeah, I guess not. Okay, so the War Room's still up and running. Good news there.
Success is learnt.
Learned? Where is that? What does it say?
You click on CobraTate.com, and then it's like the very front of it. It says success is learnt.
Is that? that's not proper grammar, right? Learned would be the correct term.
Yeah.
You know, English people
Learned
are
it?
weird, so I don't know.
Yeah, that's true. I like the. I grew up broke and now I'm a multimillionaire, and I call women bitches. That is what I do. I will say, like, what if I like the related post is Pokemon Unite Championship Series? What the fuck? How is that related to the Andrew Tate being canceled? I don't know, but here's a Twilight Zone for you. What if all of the stuff that you've seen from Andrew Tate, like him like doing and saying all these ridiculous things, is actually just an act, and he's actually got a plethora of other content that is actually positive and helpful for people, and that's why people follow him? It's not just because people hate women, but it's actually for this other stuff, and they follow him despite that, right? I don't think that's the case,
Good point.
but could you imagine?
I mean, it's not incredibly unfair. Like, it's definitely not true, but I'm sure there's at least one person who does that and follows him for that reason.
Well, I do think some of it is like, I think a lot of his content was like self-help stuff, like especially for young men. Who's the other? I think there's other like creators in this kind of genre of teaching young men to.
There was that guy who talked
whatever.
about alphas all the time.
Yeah, what is that guy's name?
He was like 35.
Yeah, I've seen some of his videos. His are good.
Yeah.
His aren't crazy.
The Liver King or whatever?
Yeah. No, not the Liver King, but that he is an example. I mean,
Not Liver King.
King isn't really sexist. He's just like fucking eat organs and
He's just a
live
beast
on sticks and eat rocks.